Hi, welcome to episode 43 of the Star Wars podcast. This is Tim, and I'm here with Micah, Izzy, and Lewis, and also our special guest, Danii Makarov. Danii, thank you for joining us here at the Star Wars podcast. Thank you. So, if quick before we start the podcast, if you want to introduce yourself, Danii, go right ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, as you said, my name is Danii Makarov, or my cosplay, Danii Makarov. I've been cosplaying for kind of a little while. I've been playing video games since I was probably super little, thanks to my older brother. And kind of always, I guess, just been a little bit of a nerd.
Okay, good. So I think I'm the only gamer at this table, so I'm able to.
I'm a post gamer. I've been gaming much longer than you, Tim.
Ooh,
I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus right now. I'm on hiatus. I'm waiting for the PlayStation 5. I told myself I'm not buying the PlayStation 4. So I gamed so hard on my PlayStation 3 that it burnt out.
Okay.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, you're the hardcore gamer.
So
Tim, get in line.
I have to
son.
disagree, man. I know I've gamed so much, man. I spent so much life. When I lost the PS1, when I lost my memory card.
This is a four-show podcast, guys. We're not
I cried because that's my part of my life was in those memory cards, and when you lose one, it hurts.
Tim,
I'm pretty sure Danii knows what I'm talking about.
I've been gaming since the early 80s, Tim. That was before you were born, bro.
Okay, so I started gaming, 89?
Yes. Before you were born, I was gaming.
Remember we told you we go off topic a bit?
Right off the top.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is?
Too much of my life
when
oh my god.
Do you know how hard it is to eat the fly on Frogger on an 8-bit game?
What?
Do you know how hard that is?
What are these words?
It's hard. I know.
Okay, let's get into it. Go.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with our first topic here.
Well, first, before that,
yes,
we have these.
Oh, yes. Excuse me for a second. We had this made exclusively for the podcast to let all our viewers and listeners know. This is from the Bake Smith. This is located in Corpus Christi, Texas. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at the Bake Smith CC. And then it has their phone number here at 361-500-23482. And
also, Tim, you can find them at thebakesmithcc@gmail.com if you want to place an order.
And we'll make sure to put up the links and everything to the video and on our Facebook after the video is up and everything.
So they made us some special cookies. Here, this one's yours, right?
That's right.
Micah, if you'd like to show off they're all chocolate chips.
I'll show this to you. You can see that.
It's very nice of them.
Come to the dark side.
Earlier, I was making some really cool sound effects to all these cookies.
Keep going.
That's a lot easier to see.
There we go.
And look at just the detail on this. This is our logo that they did.
Yeah, they did an amazing job.
It's an amazing job, and she does custom orders. And it's not just cookies; it's cakes and everything else on that.
Yes. So she says that they do cakes there for. Let's see. She says, "I'm not only a cookier, though, which is an actual word, a cookier. She makes custom cakes as well, but for smaller events for people between 100 and 150 people." And actually, the bakery business was her retirement plan, but she started to think about doing that earlier. She has a calendar of availability in both her Instagram and Facebook, and she offers cookies in cinnamon, vanilla lemon, lemon mint, chocolate chip, gingerbread, pumpkin spice, and orange cranberry and she has sugar-free cookie flavors as well, it looks like. So she can do pretty much any kind of flavor of cake as well, and everything are custom made and range in prices from $30 to $60 a dozen. She likes a challenge, so if you can dream it, she'll find a way for your cookie or cake to happen. So the cakes and cookies are by quotes. So make sure to message her on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, this little sidebar.
Oh, okay.
Give me the bad chair.
Sorry. So message her on Facebook or Instagram once again. Wow. That was the bakersmith@cc.gmail.com. Thank you for the cookies. We really appreciate it. I don't know if any of y'all want to try them now, or if y'all want to wait till after the
I need to
show.
take a lot of pictures of mine.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait till after.
We can do a separate video for that.
Yeah, we can do a separate video for that. So once again, thank you, Tim. You gonna kick us off there?
Oh yeah. So this first topic. So during the Super Bowl, we expected, or some of us expected, there to be a trailer, and there was no Super Bowl. There wasn't a trailer for Star Wars during the Super Bowl. I think Mark Hamill had made a comment about a trailer showing during the Super Bowl. He usually trolls people, and we got trolled again, I think. So he tweets, disappointed there was no Star Wars trailer shown during the Super Bowl. Agonizing over how long you'll have to wait until they drop the title. I think we can relax and we'll see it eventually.
No trailer.
I'm sorry. What does it say? Yoda's bar mitzvah? Are we having a... is this for a title?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Mark Hamill says the title is going to be Yoda's bar mitzvah. So, Danny, were you anticipating a Super Bowl commercial?
I mean, since I don't have cable, I wasn't watching the Super Bowl, so no.
A lot of people are doing that though. They're dropping cable, and so that's now that's nothing surprising. So a lot of people are actually going to YouTube and waiting for YouTube or some other source to go watch their trailers or entertainment. So
and you didn't miss a good game or anything because it was crap.
No, it was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like my team was in it anyway, so.
Who's your team? The Bears?
The Cowboys.
Oh,
Yes.
We are such big Cowboy fans here. Izzy dyed her hair blue.
No.
The D on your forehead doesn't stand for smart. Okay.
So now you know. So some of us here
I'm not a Cowboy fan. I just want to make sure everyone is aware of that.
We can move on.
Go Bears.
So when do you think, guys, we're gonna get we don't even have a title for the next installment of Star Wars?
Well, last time.
Oh wow,
Did
she's
we get
firing
a
out on this
trailer
one.
during the Super Bowl? During the football?
The footballs?
No, we didn't.
Not.
They didn't get it till Celebration. That was the first release and the poster for it.
When's that?
That's
April?
in April.
April like 12th through 16th, something like that.
Yeah.
But see, and that's the thing too is we had a title way before that though,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't even have a title yet.
No.
They're just annoyed with us. And they're like,
Well, I think they're trying to hold off on everything until they have to. I guess maybe I don't know. I think you feel like they're still like kind of control the PC like.
I feel like some of that stuff is already ready to go. They're just kind of like going through the feel of like giving themselves a couple months to feel that title is right, or that.
Yeah.
Do you still think they're giving Han Solo some time?
Why? Oh, the movie. I was thinking. I went straight to Harrison Ford. Sorry.
No.
Oh, because they're so close together.
Yeah.
They just dropped the.
I don't think so because
Yeah,
that movie's
movie-
been out for a while.
It just came
It's
out
been
on
for over a
Netflix.
year.
That's what I mean. The Netflix thing, like
It's
Danny
not
was
Netflix.
saying, like some people are not watching the trailers on cable TV anymore.
But like they still do a lot of trailers on like YouTube and like sometimes on Facebook. And
I think that's where the trailer has come from. Yeah. What do you think, Danny?
I mean, it sounds horrible. Like, I also like heavily avoid trailers now because lately all the good parts have been in the trailers, and so I'm just kind of tired of it. The only trailers I really see are when I go to the movies. Maybe sometimes on YouTube if I don't skip them or like cover them so I don't see them. But it's just I hate trailers now because I don't want to see all the good parts of the movie.
Yeah.
True.
That's a fair point.
It is, and it's funny because when we initially started this podcast, like 3 years ago now?
No,
2 years? 2 years ago?
2
years. 2 years.
2 years ago, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Micah here.
Good job on the anniversary, bro.
Sorry. Micah.
Hope you remember your wife's anniversary.
Oops. I told Micah, I was like, I can't watch the Star Wars trailers. And he goes, well, you're going to have to now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the same reason. It's like, I don't want to know everything, or I don't want to know these snippets. But now it's like, we have to because we need to talk about it. You know? So, not just the trailers, but, now, just getting what the name of this thing is going to be is kind of, everybody is so highly anticipating it. And I think we're going to talk about that in a little bit, which is, I think, right there. I don't know. Maybe that's a good time.
Yes, for the
It might be a good time to talk about that one.
Well, since we're already talking about it,
might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got there, Tim?
Wow, Tim, that makes so much sense.
Go, Tim.
I don't know. Where did this leak come from, anyways?
It
What's the
came
source?
Some
from
BS.
IMAX, actually.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, IMAX.
Okay.
IMAX for 30 seconds. Put up this title if you want to say it.
Episode 9, Balance of the Force.
And then 30 seconds later, it was removed from IMAX.
Do you think they were hacked?
I don't know.
They're all, haha, get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
So that came out and it was all over the place, Balance of the Force, and people were trashing that title. And let's say that title sticks. Balance of the Force. What does everybody here think about that?
I'm gonna go vomit. That's what I think about that.
I think it's boring.
It's boring?
Yeah.
Super boring.
Danny, what do you think? Balance of the Force.
I would probably agree. But I'm also the kind of person that like really likes the dark aspect that's been in the past 2 movies.
Yes.
So I'm just like, nah, I don't want this balance. Give me the dark, angry boy.
Because we haven't gotten that,
True.
I love
True.
it.
You're smiling. This is the biggest I've ever seen you smile.
I like
Izzy.
that.
Kylo Ren kills everybody.
Yeah.
The end.
Yes!
Thank you. Finally.
He kills himself after he.
Why would he do that?
Because he wore high rise.
That's-
He's a coward. That's why.
That's what
You're a
Thanos.
coward. How dare you?
That's what Thanos should have been, and they missed it.
Who's Thanos?
Oh,
The Star Wars universe. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
well, so I think a lot of us are looking for something like Danny was talking about. Because some of us, like myself, I've been with Star Wars since I was about
A little girl.
4 years old. And so you grow up and life teaches you that it's not all happiness and sparkles and stuff. And so sometimes you feel like, man, there has to be more than this.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to see that edgier darkness
We
too.
love an edgy queen.
Yeah.
There's a quote. I mean, it was something like, when you grow up, like you're a fan of Batman, but as you get older, you understand the Joker more.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
I just thought it was
No, but it's true, especially, his version of himself, the Joker's version of himself, he getting off topic of Star Wars, but it's still relatable.
Why, dude?
Because so he himself apparently doesn't even remember how he became the Joker. So he makes up all these stories. And in essence, Izzy, when you're around us, you're a different person. And then when you're around other of your friends, you're a different person, right?
And that can be said for almost anybody, though.
Right. So
why are you putting her on blast?
Well,
dark side on his side, fool.
Well, I'm just saying. No, I was just using it as an example. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
And with the Star Wars universe, I mean, we want to see, in essence, all those aspects of it, not just the light side or the balance, but that dark side too. You know what I mean? So,
which could have been a perfect ending for episode 8. The broom kid, he goes to pick up the broom, but it actually hits him in the face. That's a black. You got the force, but you haven't mastered it yet, son.
So rude. Well, what do you think? Tim, you didn't.
I just pictured the kid throwing it like the Night King in Game of Thrones, the javelin.
Oh, oh my God!
I'm sorry, that was so random.
You have derailed Tim.
The show is taking
okay, so
again.
Back to the title.
Yes. So Izzy said it's boring. Micah said he's good at puke. Danny says, I want to hear something with a little bit more darkness or edginess to it. I'm feeling myself. I'm kind of like, okay, I could go with that. I could go with that if what they bring us is what's in the title. I'd be okay with it. Tim, how are you feeling about if it sticks? Episode 9, Balance of the Force.
It's okay. It's not a strong title.
Very safe.
So it is a safe title, yeah. But I mean, not too safe.
No, that's a valid point.
Some of the fans,
that's one of J.J. Abrams' biggest criticism. He was too safe with episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is what the title is, like I know I said before, like I was very trusting in the process, especially for Han Solo, when Ron Howard took it over. But if I see that as the actual title, it kind of concerns me now. Being that that's what Abrams' biggest criticism is, and that he's gonna have to be safe, rip it back on track, especially from Johnson's work in episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's what it actually is, it's kind of like, really?
Well,
I'm not saying heavily concerned. I'm not saying hit the panic button. I'm just saying,
yeah,
no, it's not what you want.
I'm saying no.
Yeah.
Do better.
Well, for sure we'll know by April, which is 2 months away. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Star Wars Celebration. You're going, right, Tim?
No, wait, here you go.
No.
I was like, you're going, take us with you.
I guess.
What else you got there,
tickets?
Izzy will dress up as Han. Tim will dress up as Leia.
Yes. The gender bend. Yeah.
I mean, it is Freaky Friday.
Which Leia? Which Leia are we talking about?
What?
Which Leia are we talking about?
The beach, duh.
The beach Leia.
Episode 6 Leia.
Iron bikini.
Well, if he gets to do that, I want to be Carbonite Han Solo.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be actually really cool.
That way.
Walking around as a table like.
Did you know?
It would high-five me.
Did you know? You know I have a Chewbacca blow-up inflatable costume, like full size. They actually have Carbonite Han Solo in an inflatable.
What?
Yeah,
That's
so you can
pretty
walk
cool.
around in it.
I want to be a table. Like a walking table.
This might be off topic, but that'd probably be a good costume for like Cha-Cha. Dun, 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 dun. Because you're like a brick wall walking.
Okay, Tim, what do you got?
We're moving on to topic 2.
Are
we done with that topic?
I don't know. You tell me, Tim. You got to control this, man. You got to bring us in here.
I will say that the way the movie ended, the last movie ended, with Rey saying, "Is it Rey that said the war is just beginning? Is only beginning?"
No.
Who said that?
Luke says that. He says that to Kylo Ren
Before he
says,
passes?
will not be the last Jedi, and the war is just beginning."
Amazing, you said everything. What did he say exactly?
So my thoughts are like, if because that's a strong line to say.
It is.
If the war is just beginning, and then you're already calling the balance right after, like
good point.
It's beginning and now it's ending, like the
Part 1 and Part 2.
I know we've talked about that before too.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
What do you think, Danny? I saw that.
Everybody's making their final like trilogy piece like part 1 or part 2 now.
Like,
Oh, so
episode
you're
1 and 2?
saying it's so mainstream that episode 9 has to be part 1, 2, and 3, a trilogy of itself.
Oh,
A trilogy to end all trilogies. I don't know.
Are we going
The trilogy of the last trilogy of the whole trilogy.
Better than Die Hard
I mean,
trilogy?
they could just do
Christopher?
what the new Infinity Wars was when they leaked that they're possibly doing an intermission for the next Infinity War.
Oh,
They
yeah.
could just do that.
Yeah.
That's a
True.
very good point.
I was always hoping they would end at
Everything all at once.
yeah, right. I was hoping they were going to do up to 10, make it a 10-piece box set.
Why 10?
Because 10. Why
Just
not?
10.
10 is such a good number.
10 is a perfect number.
It is a
The Bill of Rights, the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Do I need
The
to
10
continue?
Commandments.
Do you want to be a
It
9
was
or
20.
10?
No, it's 15.
Yeah.
Is there room for 9.5 in there?
No.
Damn.
It's
9? Then special features 9.5. Hey, you got Jackass, what, 1.5? Just saying.
It is Jackass.
Oh, that's right. Then Keller Ren like trips and I don't know. Never mind, I was going on a tangent. Don't pay attention to
That's
me,
fine.
please.
Ryan Johnson's new trilogy. Is that
Did you post that?
I think it
On
was
Facebook?
10?
What is a figure three point of me? Oh yeah, it might be. I guess it's
So,
looking more like.
Well,
bullshit.
let's tell Danny what did you post?
So I'm assuming now that it's crap, but there was a oh, it was because okay. Anyway, so there's a rumor coming out that Ryan Johnson was essentially pulling out from the trilogy that he was named to do. That was completely independent of the Star Wars Skywalker lineage that we have through episode 1 through 9. And I just kind of thought it interesting because I think he's probably received the biggest criticism for episode 8, especially, spanning all the way to having a petition to remove episode 8 from the Star Wars movies. Now, later it was debunked by his official Twitter account saying that, of course, I'm not pulling out of it. Like, this is still my trilogy. But it could be a front, too.
What do you mean?
You can hope. Well, he's not going to directly come out and make that comment. If anyone makes that comment, it's going to be Lucasfilm. Because I feel like, especially now, like with Kathleen Kennedy being on such a short contract, if he did have something and then he were to get backed out or get pushed off of it, whatever, like it's like, what are you doing, Kathleen Kennedy? You know what I mean? Like that was her like last thing that she was more or less responsible for. And if that falls apart, it's kind of like that would be a major shift, from leadership saying we're done with you. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I mean, but we're going to talk a little bit about it more later. I guess we can save that for when we get to.
I didn't touch anything that we're about to cover. So.
No. That's a question I think we're going to ask Danny later in the show, especially about the sequels. So we'll wait till then to ask her. Yeah, which relates to what you're just talking about. What else you got there too?
Piece of paper.
Hamill also revealed how George Lucas planned to handle the later years of Luke Skywalker. So Mark said, I happen to know that George didn't kill Luke until the end of episode 9 after he trained Leia, which is another thread that was never played upon in The Last Jedi.
It's probably a good thing at this point.
Yeah,
I hate to say that, but
it wouldn't have worked out.
mm-mm.
Wouldn't have worked out.
And even then, like if you're gonna train a new Jedi, you're gonna pick like a old woman.
Hey,
Whoa!
An old anything.
Yoda was old.
Okay,
Count Dooku was old.
yeah.
Count Dooku was already a Jedi though, before he became
Palpatine?
Sith.
Hey, she's a Skywalker.
Palpatine is a beast, okay?
She can do anything.
She can be a beast too.
Yeah.
Just on the light side.
And you don't know, and we don't know as far as canon is concerned, more or less his actual story, his training, right? As far as Palpatine, when he was just Sheev, like when he started his training under whomever.
True.
Like we don't technically speaking know that from canon. So as far as you know, he could have been like an independent project that just turned into a masterpiece.
like Leia would have been with
Dark
Luke.
masterpiece.
Right?
No, not like that.
Why don't you ask your guest?
How do you feel about that, Danny? Would you like to see Mary Poppins become a Jedi?
How do I feel about the what?
Maybe.
Sorry.
How would you feel if, as far as the story is concerned, if, let's say Carrie Fisher's still with us, how would you feel if, in the course of the movie, that Luke was actually training her to become a full-fledged Jedi?
With the move she was ours.
Impacted the story a lot different. I mean, if she was, then would she still be like in charge of the rebellion the way she was, or would she be more on the front lines?
Exactly, because she was already a military like general, like, and then a politician before that. What business would she have as like a special forces operator?
She's the last hope.
You know, I said that as the title being the last hope.
Yeah, I'm playing off of it.
But she's not the last hope. It's Rey.
No, I don't know about that one. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, actually, you're right. The last hope is Kylo Ren. Kill them all.
It might be. You never know.
Execute Order 67. Destroy everything. A burn.
Oh, gosh.
Or 88 would be better. Crazy 88. Execute Order 88. Kill everything.
What are you thinking, Tim?
That she was, I mean, the way Rian Johnson did it with her out in space coming back to the ship, for her to survive the explosion and then come back the way she did using the Force, I felt like she was already like mastered the Force the way. I don't think anybody who uses Force would know how to do that or handle that situation the way she did.
Because I don't think it was so much of a training for her. It was instinct. It's like, do this or die.
The Force spoke to her.
I'm not saying the Force spoke to her, but I mean, you said it yourself. She is a Skywalker.
I said that.
That's what I said. Izzy said it herself, that she is a Skywalker. So it might have been like, I'm holding my breath. I don't know what to do. And then just instinctively, she reaches out and she starts floating through space like Mary Poppins, minus the umbrella. But you know what I mean, though? I agree.
All right, let's go out of space. I'm going to throw you out. But you got to learn to swim. Yeah.
But you know, I mean, what I'm agreeing with what you're saying, and the aspect is like, what force user is going to be like, okay, let me train how to fly in space? None of them, because it was more of an instinct thing, like, do this or I'm going to die. So I don't think that had anything to do with her ability to be trained or not trained. Is that she just simply did it because she had the ability to do it. And the end is.
It would be weird as far as moving and pacing goes to put that in. Like if he survived and then started training her after that.
Well, I know but I mean, we're just talking about if.
What if?
Kind of like if Luke didn't jump in episode 5, what would happen? Bringing up some Dark White history for them.
If Han didn't give Luke his lightsaber.
If Chewie shot before Kylo Ren pierced him. Han would still be with us. I'm just saying.
True. Well, I guess that's just something to contemplate. You know, that was George Lucas's vision.
Contemplate, not constipate.
Yes. And which brings up a term. And Danny, I don't know if you've heard this term before. Tim actually coined this term.
I'm concerned now. I'm worried.
This term.
Shut this down.
This term is called
It's an alternative. I'll just start with that. Okay, now you can go.
It's called an official rumor.
I was trying to be edgy. Okay.
Yeah, you're edgy, boy.
Have you ever heard of that? An official rumor.
So we're talking about is the title being leaked?
I think. Right? Yeah.
No, not the title being leaked. It was it the title?
I don't remember what we were talking about.
No, it was okay. So you posted that about Rian Johnson.
Oh, that's what it was.
He was leaving, he wasn't going to do the trilogy anymore.
Yeah,
and then I read from was it like Disney themselves or Ryan Johnson himself like tweeted out that he's not leaving the trilogy, and then he called out the people who started that rumor because like nobody, it's just a rumor, right? Because nobody knows where it came from. But
Yeah.
he called out the source of it.
Yes,
and because he called out the source, I was like, it's official. Like the rumor is like official.
It legitimized it. That's true.
Yeah.
And I said, Tim, do you understand? You just said it's an official rumor.
There needs to be a word for this. So.
That
And
is
Tim,
the
you found 2 words.
You've heard it here first. Tim coined the term official rumor.
You should submit that to a Webster dictionary.
No, but it needs to be
No,
like
Urban
one word.
Dictionary.
So we'll work it. We'll hammer that out.
Yeah,
Just had to bring that up. Yeah, official rumor.
I have to contact the English linguistic expert
Yes.
What?
Whatever that is.
to create the word I need.
Yeah.
That's why I said Webster Dictionary, or as you said, Urban
No, it
Dictionary.
has to be new.
It needs to be part of some
New.
literature.
It has to be new, he says.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you telling me? Hey, it's an official rumor, huh?
All right, Tim. What else you got there, man? In our topics.
About Todd Fisher, Carrie's brother. Episode 9 will involve Leia using footage from both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So Todd states, there's a lot of minutes of footage. I don't mean just outtakes. This is unused new content that could be woven into the storyline. And that's what's going to give everybody such a great kick. It's going to look like it was meant to be, like it was shot yesterday. We're not allowed to talk about the details or of anything, but we're thrilled at what's been done. So thoughts on that?
So
Let's ask Danny first.
yeah.
Did you hear what? Yep, your
I
thoughts
mean, I think
regarding
it's
that?
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
She said.
Pretty cool.
Like,
Oh, cool.
because I don't think anyone really wants to see her lead the series, especially after what happened. So I think finding a way using the old footage, or if they continue to like use the CGI masking on someone else, that it's keeping her as well as the character too. So I feel like it's kind of like a win.
Like it's kind of what? I missed that last part.
I didn't catch it either. Well, I know. I thought it was just outtakes from episode 7 that they were going to use, but according to Todd Fisher, Carrie's brother, it seems like they have extended footage of her.
Well, I mean, it makes sense too, because I mean, we'll kind of look like. I mean, there's been plenty of movies, especially that are at the point of the finality, where they have like different, like maybe they haven't isolated down specifically how they want to end the movie, mm-hmm. So they have like different routes they want to go. An example, Infinity War, they did takes of like everybody dying, and then they nitpicked what they wanted to actually show, what they actually wanted to produce as that. So, but initially I heard it was episode 8, but it's good to hear. It's refreshing, especially like probably, going to be probably one of the biggest critics of that is how are you portraying my sister? Mm-hmm. And Todd Fisher saying that he is, more than confident with it, mm-hmm. but that there is enough footage there that they can piece together a good section for her. So it's like kind of like what Danny said, like she's still able to live on in this episode in a meaningful way, but also not in the sense of tarnishing her memory by using someone else in the CGI version, like we saw her say in Rogue One. Mm-hmm. Like we're able to see her and we can kind of get that final goodbye, that final send off. And it's still something that's not taking away from her memory by it being a perversion, but it's actually her.
Yeah.
So.
And I just wanted to, I'm kind of directing this towards Danny.
You're saying Micah, shut up?
No. What I'm saying is that I've been a proponent of, let's say that episode 9 is the last episode for the Skywalker saga, right? And if they have all this footage, I'm not saying all this footage, but they have extra footage not just outtakes, could it be a possibility that we see Leia not be killed off or not die, and this trilogy ends with her still being alive somehow? How would you feel about that?
I mean, I think Leia's character is really good character. She's super strong and pretty independent and everything, and she stays up for what she believes in. So I think her being a character that stays alive through all this would just show how strong she actually is, especially after everything she would have been through. So I don't really have a problem with it. On the other hand, I'm like, I don't know, kill her.
So you kind of cut out there a little bit, but it sounds like you would be like, you know what? That's cool. That's okay if she lives on because she's really, really strong. But I'm getting the sense that you're kind of like, you know, she is such a strong person. To lose her would really bring that either dynamic or that that closure for her character as well.
Yeah, I think it would, like, even if they decide to do it, whether she lives, I think it shows a strength of her character, but also if they kill her off, then it's a good send-off for her. And as I was saying, it would bring closure to her.
Yes, absolutely. So we don't know, right? She might die off. They might kill her off, or they might not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know everybody's saying like, I wonder how she's going to die and this and that. And I think I'm one of the only ones that was like, well, wait a minute. If they do have all this footage, maybe she doesn't. You know what I mean? So that's just something that I just wanted to throw out there. You know?
Yeah, it could, it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I know I had mentioned it before. Like in the novelization of Episode 8, there was a funeral for Han Solo, but maybe in some way, like they use I'm sure they had footage of that.
I think so.
Somehow, and it just maybe didn't make it to the official movie. But maybe somehow they use that for footage of, because they're not going to go against novelization. Maybe somehow they use that footage for her.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing. Like, because the whole thing, to my understanding, Episode 7 is supposed to begin with, passing of the torch, passing of the guard. Here's the old guard. Here's the new kids coming in to take their place. We saw it with Han Solo. Now we saw it with Luke. So it would make sense that the trilogy ends on the third of the original 3 to just kind of give you again that sense, the bow that we talked about. That
tying the bow.
Who's Mark?
Mark.
Yeah. Mark brought that up. That each of the movies before had a really nice bow. Like, here's a complete thought. That's Episode 1. That's Episode 2. That's Episode whatever. That maybe that would be the final bow for this in itself. It's kind of like, it is the passing the guard, which I think could still potentially maybe keep the door open, 10 years from now, if they want to somehow bring these characters back. I mean, that's a different conversation. But I feel like, again, you lost Han Solo. And Han Solo is supposed to be coming. Like, Harrison Ford wasn't he confirmed that he had bits in this movie?
I haven't heard it.
Like, whether it's flashback or not, like, I swore I heard that. And maybe
it's an official rumor. You heard it here first on the Horse Truck Podcast.
So we find the source.
Micah started the rumor.
No. I swore I read it somewhere, but
I haven't heard that.
I swore I read it somewhere, but it would make sense if the segments where they're using her from 7 that he's in, maybe it's like a flashback, like a memory for her.
Could be.
And maybe he's not actually coming back, but it was part of that's already done. But again, it just kind of gives that final send off. Like, here's the original 3, and now they're gone. We saw 1 in Episode 7. We saw 1 in Episode 8, and then it would make sense the last. But I mean, Luke is never going to die. No. Damn it. Okay, this can keep on going. But I mean, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It could go either way, and I think it would be good either way.
Well, what about Chewbacca?
Talk about C-3PO?
Oh, shit. Danny, I know. That how dare you, Lewis?
How dare
you bring up Star Wars in a Star Wars podcast, you son of a bitch.
I'll tell you what, Chewbacca died in Legends. The Legend books.
But it's Legends.
Well, yeah, I know, but
he's still alive in my heart.
People were just devastated. Devastated when that happened.
What if? What if someone's trying to kill Kylo Ren and Chewie is protecting
We
Kylo
had
Ren
this conversation.
and dies like that?
We
Wait,
said
what?
that.
Yeah, he said
When?
that last time.
I said that.
When?
This was many podcasts ago.
Chewie would die trying to save Kylo
Yeah,
Ren?
Say Kylo
yeah.
Ren.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That would be really
I
cool.
vouch.
Okay.
That's his uncle, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, I mean, and I think I talked to David about this, our first guest on episode 3.
I think it's true.
Just imagine like Chewie having to make that shot against Kylo Ren after he kills his father.
Mhm.
It's like he's having flashbacks of probably throwing Ben Solo on his shoulder and him running around like that.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's like his uncle.
Yeah.
And so maybe Chewie's like, I can't. Y'all can give up on him, but this is still my kid. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You would finally see that dynamic.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like who does Chewie have left anymore?
True. So, Danny, I know you wanted the sequels to go into a darker area.
Everybody dies.
No, not just that. But I think even darker on that would be, what if Chewie was saving Kylo Ren and he does, and Kylo turns his back on him and strikes him down with the lightsaber.
Ooh.
I don't think that's possible.
You don't think that's possible? Well, I'm
sorry, Danny. Yeah, go ahead.
He did. He killed his own dad, man.
Yeah, I mean that is very. I think that's very edgy.
Let Danny talk, and then I'll tell you why I think that's not going to happen.
How would that affect you seeing that on screen?
It's like Scar killing his own brother.
Kylo Ren strike who down?
So let's say that we're contemplating what if Chewie were to die in this movie, and let's say he does it, saving Kylo Ren in some situation, and in turn, after the situation is over, Kylo Ren turns around and strikes down Chewbacca.
Oh man, all the feels just hearing it. Oh my god! I mean, I love Chewie. He's so fluffy. It would be so good.
Right?
Tension would be caused from it.
I like that comment. I don't know. It's just like it would be so good. It's not like I love him so much you can't kill him. It's like I love him so much, yeah, kill him. All this stuff.
But he deserves a.
I mean,
It would mean so much to his character to show how strong he is. I think.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be a
I'd
good
say yes,
tearjerker.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So JJ, if you're listening right now,
Make it happen, man.
he pops in from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So I've been told.
So yeah, so we could,
I mean, yeah, it's 1:00. That's usually when
I know, right? So it is 1:00. So
no, that's usually when he busts in.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Michael, what you got, man?
Right.
Just talking shit, bud.
Sorry, we got a guest today. Sorry,
Yeah,
JJ.
we got to shut down JJ for you, Danny. So JJ to have another hole to cry in. Just real quick, the reason I don't think that we'll see Kylo Ren strike down Chewie, I'm not saying Chewie won't die, and I'm not saying Chewie can't die saving Kylo Ren. I just don't think we're going to see Kylo Ren kill Chewie. Is because again, no, I know. I'm just saying, just for argument's sake. I mean, we saw how much it took for him to kill his own dad, and it was really at the hands of his dad. Like I know Kylo Ren ignited the saber, but it's almost like Han willed him into it. Like, do what you have to.
What?
And even at that point, it like Snoke even said it. Like it splits you in two. Like there's no way he couldn't kill his own mother. How the hell is he going to be able to kill the only other quote unquote male father figure from his past? Yeah. That's family. That's why I just don't see that happening. But go ahead, Lizzie.
Okay.
You wanted to interrupt me
because come on. You said do what you have to do. So what if Chewie's dying and he's all just take me out, and then Kylo's like, and then Chewie's all, and he goes, I guess.
So more of a sympathetic.
Yeah.
Because
why would he want to suffer? Like, what if he realized, like, I love you, Chewie? He's like, I can't do it. And Chewie's like, damn it, do it. I'm dying.
He's like, oh,
Because I don't think Kylo Ren
Chewie
has.
pressed the button himself.
oh.
Like, why he holds it?
Because
How he thought Han pressed the button?
Mhm.
Chewie did it.
Yeah.
okay, for two reasons.
I read that.
I don't think Kylo Ren. I mean, I know I've made the argument about Snoke coming back. He essentially killed Han to prove to Snoke that he was a badass. Who does he have to prove in this? And secondly, he's a Wookiee. Like, he's not going to go out, like, and just roll over. If Chewie goes out in this movie, it's going to be in a hellstorm.
What if he got like chopped in half or like shot like 20 times?
He gets shot in half. He gets shot 20 times. He's still going to be fighting for that last inch until he draws his last breath. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're going to see Chewie just rolling on the ground like, bro, I can't fucking breathe. Kill me. It's not going to
He
happen.
gets caught on fire and loses all his hair.
That's fucked up.
Oh god. Okay. No more death of Chewie talk. Because
Anakin's going to come like, that shit burned, don't it?
I'm gonna start crying. Don't look at me.
Who said the burn? Choosing the burn? Tim?
I did.
Asshole.
Jerk. Oh man.
Tim, you know his name because you don't want to say
What
it
a
again.
way to go out.
What else you got on topic, Tim?
What a way to go out.
We want to
Like a sucker.
We want to spend some time getting to know Danii because we got several questions for her as well.
So got a couple more here. So the stars of the stars of the sequel trilogy aren't going away. Kathleen Kennedy indicated that many of the main characters introduced in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, will continue their stories in Episode 9 and beyond the sequel trilogy that was in 2017.
Has Daisy really already came out and said, like, she's done?
Has she?
I thought she didn't.
I don't.
I thought she said after.
Another official rumor.
I'm just full of the unofficial official rumors.
So Tim
Code for AKA bullshit.
Tim was saying that this was from 2017. The Kathleen. So that was last
I mean,
year.
you could say
Dude, that was so 2 years
if it's
ago.
going the stories beyond that, Poe. What is that show he has? What's that called again?
Resistance.
In what era does that take place?
That is between The Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi.
That's between the sink and the shower, which is the toilet. Oh, sorry.
Okay, never mind. Because I was thinking what the animation, like continuing on the story, these characters that are introduced in Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't talk about the actors; she just says the characters.
So could you think that means also they'll continue with Forces of Destiny, and that continues their story? Is that what you're talking about?
But that's not really canon. I mean, that's not really like, those are just like playful stories.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a story that's part of the Star Wars line. Like, it's just.
But what you're getting at is
Yeah.
within the scope of the Episode 9, like in between. Like if there's a time jump between 8 and 9, which I think we've already pretty much more or less agreed upon, that are you saying like they can come back, but for that time era?
Well, they because it's beyond that episode. Anything beyond that.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm saying like, are you talking about within the confines of the timeline that we know of them,
Mm-hmm.
or are you talking about like 5 years
beyond.
later? Well, I mean, because beyond, I'm just saying, could be.
It could be from the end of end of episode 9 to whatever, but it doesn't have to be a movie. It can be a show. It can be like an
For
animation.
Disney streaming service too.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did one of those,
That's the
characters,
continuation I'm talking about.
how would you feel about that, Danii? If they kept on those main characters afterwards, like if there's a live action, like if Poe survives, maybe they did a live action
TV show.
Rogue Squadron kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But just as an example, though.
I'm like, this may sound bad, but like I'm a big fan of kind of also not letting things die, because I just want it to keep going. Like I don't want it to end because I want to see more and more and more. And I'm probably the people that give Disney the most money because of the scheme they put out, whether it's bad or good. So
Mhm.
I'm all for them either making like spin-offs or something, or what they did for like Han Solo's movie, where they made a movie focused on just like some of the side characters.
Okay.
Like how they first met, or like continued adventures with. I mean, like, I don't have a problem with it. I kind of want to see it. I'll go see it. I'll throw my money at it.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, Tim wrote something down here. He says, Danii doesn't give Disney all their money. I do.
That's a fair point. Like, I'll be like, no, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. 2 years later, they do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this.
On a previous podcast, I said that I wouldn't mind Disney continuing to own more and more companies to create their like good content that they have.
Just throw the whole monopolization out. Just
get
rid of it because we want them to have it. Very good. Very good. What else you got, Tim?
Okay. Lucasfilm is not developing Star Wars movies for the Disney streaming service.
I hope I wouldn't see the one that would do that.
No?
Because that's money you're taking away from the silver screen. Like, you can't have 10 episodes of The Mandalorian and say, hey, watch it this month, watch the next episode next month. Like, I think that's their venue for having these long episodes, or these long shows and these long episodes. But if it's a movie, yeah, they can throw that in a theater and make stupid money off it just by saying Star Wars whatever. What?
And just make $2 billion off of a movie. Just having
just $2 billion. That's not a lot. 1.2 of that billion coming from Danii, it sounds like.
I don't really know how much money they make.
They have a streaming service. Where is this?
Oh,
you want to talk to her about it real quick, Micah? She said she didn't know that they were going to have a streaming service.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they're doing a streaming service. I think November is the release
of this year.
November this year, late October, something like that. And that's why we kind of starting to see some of the Marvel TV shows like leaving Netflix. In part, an example, because Disney is wanting to basically move all their content to their own streaming service. And through the streaming service, they're going to be having their own new series. Like, there's a Mandalorian series that they're doing specifically for the Disney streaming service and whatnot.
And then Diego Luna is going to be spin-off of Rogue One.
Right, yeah, Diego Luna is going to be doing the Cassian Andor series as well. And it's Netflix, but it's all Disney. But Disney owns so much now. Yeah.
Yeah, and
half of my paycheck every week goes to shit.
So we were kind of like how Netflix has been putting out so many original movies. I think Tim was making just putting out there that the Disney streaming service was going to be making these spin-offs, but it doesn't, at least for the foreseeable future, not going to be making any Star Wars films or like original films for their streaming service. And those would be dedicated to, how y'all said, the theaters themselves.
Which, like I said, I'm good for that.
What do you think, Izzy?
Because The Mandalorian, if it's 10 episodes long, 50 minutes apiece, that's a hell of a lot of movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
what's the question?
Would you want them to make like a little movie?
Just for the streaming thing?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we getting Cassian?
Yeah, we talked.
We mentioned that when you took off on your bathroom break.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You think the mini series are fun?
I think that's fine because like I don't want to pay for like the Disney thing, like like if they're just gonna make just like a specific thing.
Let's be honest, you're just gonna steal someone's password anyway.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
You and a third of us decided you're half.
I'm sure they'll have exclusive shows that on the Disney service that are not Star Wars that are freaking gonna be amazing too.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's what I'm saying. With them making the decision specifically not to do Star Wars movie, I wouldn't wonder why. I wouldn't wonder why they would think to put movies there when you can put it in the movie theaters and make infinitely more. Like, I mean, I get Netflix because there's own independent movies. You don't know how they're going to do. And there's even some movies I've seen where like they're putting them out in select theaters, but then they're also exclusive on Netflix, with the exception of these select theaters. So, I mean, maybe that's Netflix's move to try to get into having full-fledged movies in actual theaters. But again, that a streaming services would be, I think, good for the shows. And the movies will eventually get there, but they're not going to start there because they can make the money from them getting on there, but they also can make so much more money before when it being in the theater. I don't know. That's what I think.
So, Danny, are you going to be getting this Disney new to you streaming service?
You know,
probably.
Damn it, right?
Because I love Disney. Am I happy about it? No. But will I get it? Yes.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
If Mike over here said that he'll give you his password.
Yes.
So don't worry
You
about
can
it.
have my password. But do you know my email address?
Oh, I get the password, but not the email.
Oh, they could do a Kingdom Hearts show.
Dude, go away, Tim.
I think that'd be.
Oh, look at you got her attention.
That's right. Yeah, hell yeah.
Do it, Tim.
Dude, that's so great. Did you played the game, right?
I'm still playing it. I play my games super slow because I don't like to finish them really fast.
Okay,
I
I
get my
did.
money's worth out of them.
I finished it so fast.
Tim finished it in under 2.5 hours.
I should. Okay. I won't say anything, then I'll just stop there. But it's I love it, man.
Yes.
I want to play it.
I was gaming when Kingdom Hearts.
Back in the 80s, go ahead.
Back when Kingdom Hearts was in the PlayStation magazines. And I was like, wow, that's going to be really cool. You remember that, Tim?
Electric Gaming Monthly, Gamer Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The PlayStation magazine. Of course. I bought all of them.
Very good. Very good.
If you don't have your joystick for the Atari, do you know how to play a game, Wills?
Hey, I was beating Tim at the Super Bowl when his PlayStation got.
Before.
What was it, by like 3 points?
But who was winning?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a game over.
The game was over at that point.
Yeah, because you destroyed it.
I didn't destroy it.
And you lost by default.
I think I just had a pick, too.
Move along.
Anyways, Tim, back to Star Wars.
That's right. Y'all were sharing picks on the. Okay, sorry.
What else you got next?
I forgot about the stupid game.
We had like pick after pick. It was funny.
Yeah. What you got next?
It's time for Danny's guest time.
All right. Very good. Very good. So, Danny, we got time for you. We're going to dedicate a big segment to you. We got several questions here for you, and other questions may pop up, right? And if you have questions for us, it's time for that, as well, too. So, who kicks it off? I think I do, right? Yeah. Let me see.
Well done, Lois.
I know, right? I messed up there.
I kind of want to eat this cookie right now.
You're going to kind of wait.
You don't want to take pictures with them?
Okay. All right. So, Danny, can you share with us how you actually got into cosplaying?
Yeah. I started, I believe, my second year of college, which was, I think, 2012. Yeah, I was introduced to it by my best friend at Kuma Cosplay. He told me, like, he would go to these conventions and he'd dress up in costumes, and that since I loved Halloween so much and I loved dressing up in costumes, that I should go and try it. I should go and try it too. And so my first con was in Dallas, and it was a con. And apparently it's like one of the biggest cons in Texas, and I was super overwhelmed, but I fell in love literally instantly. And the first cosplay I did, which was there, was Nell from Bleach.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Excellent. And I think Tim
Mika
has our
Mika Mouse.
It's you.
Micah? Judas.
Oh yeah, Tim, you're next. I'm sorry, Micah, you're next.
Hi. Yeah. Anyway, what has been your favorite cosplay project and why?
I would probably say my favorite's been Raven, the anger version, because I love Teen Titans. They're probably what I've leaned towards to most from.
I really have to watch that show.
And the Teen Titans, I always gravitated for Raven. We do that, like dark emo kids.
Yeah.
I don't know about them. Anyway,
Emo
but
kids.
I wanted to cosplay her because she was super cool. But I didn't want to do the same normal version that everybody else did, so I went with one of her emotions. So I went with anger. Also because red's my favorite color. So.
Very nice. And I'm glad that they used her in the Teen Titans because she's a really powerful character. I don't think a lot of people give her the credit or realize how powerful that character is in that universe. So very good, excellent.
So Danny, thanks.
Timmy?
Yes.
Timmy, it's your turn.
Is it? Yeah, so thanks again for taking your time out of your day to spend with us. So if someone would like to stay up to speed on what you're up to so far as your cosplays and events, what is the best place to find you and your content?
I would definitely say probably Instagram. I'm on there usually every day, whether I'm posting or not. And I use Instagram to like feed into other social medias like my Facebook. So if you ever see like Facebook posts for me on my page, it's probably because I post it through Instagram. That's probably the first place where I will post anything and reply to stuff too. So
Cool.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that's what we do too, right? From Instagram, we just throw out to
Share the rest.
Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. So we're pretty familiar with that as well. So if anybody wants to see your cosplays or your events and stuff like that, then Instagram would probably be the best place to find you and connect with you. Excellent. All right. Who's next?
Me. Okay, so it's time for 3-3-1. Everyone choose.
Yay!
Yes. All right, Danny, 3-3-1 is a Force Choke original. It's where we offer you 3 choices. You get 3 seconds to make a decision, and you must give us one answer. Ready? Okay, cool. So the scenario is you need help moving into your new place. Which one of these Star Wars characters do you choose to help you? Kylo Ren, Rey, or Han Solo? You get 3 seconds.
easy peasy.
Kylo Ren.
Why Kylo Ren?
So literally move everything with his mind, and moving would be super easy. Also, he's my boy. I love him. I'll always pick him.
Oh,
Nice.
very so.
The Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
Would you make him do it shirtless?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Me too.
You get thirsty, you get the green belt too.
He's so broad.
Take off the shirt.
Yeah, just take it off.
It's super hot in here, buddy. Take that shirt off.
So
why is the AC off? I don't know. It's Texas, but
so do you think Kylo Ren prefers the sweet tea or lemonade while he's helping you move?
He don't like that super sweet.
Ah,
Oh,
very
yeah,
nice.
he's sour.
Yeah. Feeling you.
You want to do the next question? Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, I'll get the next question for you. Let's see. So, one of your Instagram posts, you mentioned that the Sith cosplay you did was kind of put together like super quick, really last minute. Can you share that story with us?
Well, count my fashion, but that was just kind of whatever. The first one I did with the red at the top, that one I literally took the week of City Comic Con year, and I based and like some pants and boots, like already that. So like, all right, I need another cosplay on top of Raven to go to con. Let me just put something together really fast. Go get like a lightsaber at the convention. So that's what I did. For the second one, from this past IkiCon this year, my waifu, Tara Jagnoff, she's on my Instagram. Like literally, my whole Instagram is with her now. She let me borrow one of these bodysuits that she had laying around. And we just used that. Decided we were going to go to the con that week again.
Very nice.
I'm great at planning.
Well,
Mike, I'm going to skip your question. So we wanted to know, will you be attending any Comic Cons or special events in the near future?
Do I have any concert events in the near future that I'm going to?
Yes.
Not anytime really soon. Again, unless something just pops up and I'm like, F it, let's go. Otherwise, it's not till Anime Matsuri in June.
Ooh.
Okay, so also in June we have our
The end of June.
the end of June, Corpus Christi Comic Con, and we'd like to know if we might be seeing you there this year. It's in Corpus Christi, Texas. So
Anime Matsuri's gonna suck all my money. It's probably one of my favorite cons, unless the con magically invites me, and I'm like, okay, you gotta pay for it.
oh, well. Let me interject there. We're gonna have Daniel Benavides. We had him on last year, and he's on our show. He's the co-owner of the Corpus Christi Comic Con, so we can throw your name in the hat. He said, "Hey guys, if y'all know anybody that would like to be a guest, at our convention coming up next year, give me the name and let me see what I can do." So maybe after our maybe sometime this week, we can throw your name out there and maybe you get an invite. Who knows? So we can contact Daniel Benavides and we're gonna have him back on the show hopefully before the con. And also see, so we'll throw your name out there also. So see, let's cross our fingers and see what happens.
That'd be pretty good.
I guess I'll do my question if that's okay with you, Tim.
We gotta wait. Tim?
I'm taking his question too.
Okay, Tim.
Count to 10, Tim.
Go ahead.
Okay. On an excitement scale of 0 to 10, how excited are you for the next installment of Star Wars Episode 9?
Like super duper, like 10.
10?
Super excited.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I have been like super enjoying this new trilogy series, and I enjoy like when you just see a character that you just like love so much, which I have been with the series. Like I just want to keep going. So like super excited for the next installment.
Yeah. And for Star Wars, that's what the big part is, right? It's just it's George Lucas called it a space.
Oh my God, George Lucas.
He calls it a space opera. So in essence, in an opera, you're building these characters, for the show or movie or whatever. So we're seeing this opera unfold and just watching these characters develop over this grand amount of time. You know, Skywalker trilogy is now spanned how long? How many in their years from?
Oh, in their years.
Yeah.
70
years?
60.
Maybe longer?
90?
About 90 years?
Well, so episode 1 to 3 was approximately let's just say 25 years.
So,
I don't know how old Anakin was at the end of 3. Do you know?
Like 20
something
ish.
Okay, let's just say 20.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you got 30 years removed until
wasn't old enough
episode 4.
to be on the council.
You piece of crap. Anyway, so let's say he's 20. Let's just say he's 20 when he becomes Darth Vader, episode 3. With 30 years in between that, just about. So 50, we're rounding, of course. And then so from the plus 6, about. So 56, and then another 30 years. So 86.
So almost 90 years.
86, and that's just to get into this.
Yeah.
Which, and again, if there's going to be a time jump between the second and the third movie of that trilogy in itself.
The official rumor is it's going to be
90 years. Yeah,
1 year.
Right. I guess you're right.
From
just 1 year?
Episode 8 to episode 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I mean, yeah, if you want to round up a little bit, you're still, I guess you're right. Approximately 90 years since Skywalker's been alive.
Yeah.
Till last Skywalker maybe alive. Yeah. Who knows?
So Danii has her energy, excitement level for
at
9.
10.
At a 10. Micah, how about you?
At the damn ceiling, son. Yeah, 10 for me too. Unless I can do 11 or 12 and
is he?
Be that silly person.
9.5.
9.5.
Wow, you're a real fan.
Tim?
Mine's at a 9. Yeah.
9?
Mm-hmm.
A solid 9? Mine's at a 10 also.
Thank you.
I want to see.
I'll air 5 you too.
I want to see how this ends or how this winds up.
Or maybe how it begins.
Oh, exactly, right? Because, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
The real legacy of Kylo Ren.
Ooh, God. Yes.
It's got some spice on it. Everyone's dead. Who does he kill next? I don't know. What happened?
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I had a follow-up. Can you talk to us about other cosplays or genres that you enjoy besides Star Wars?
All of them. I mean, I cosplay from anime, video games, TVs, movies, and comics. I really enjoy like all of them. I don't really have a bias. It's just some I've done more than others.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to like re-debut this summer, like I said, at Anime Matsuri. So I'm hoping to have a new cosplays coming up then.
Ooh, nice. So, where does that convention take place? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Houston.
In Houston. Oh.
H-Town.
Very nice. Very nice.
Scares me.
Houston scared you, isn't it?
Yeah. Made me nervous.
We were just there.
Yeah,
What's so scary about it?
I was scared.
Yeah, bring me the horizon. What up? Where were you, Tim?
I was at work.
Yes.
Loser.
We were at work pushing baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
I was outside freezing in like 40-degree weather without a jacket.
Yeah, Micah wanted us to wait and see if the band.
What room?
He said, "Do you want to wait?" I was like, "I mean, I guess we can."
I mean, I was like, I seen this picture. I saw him live. You know, even if
I
I
was
was like
more
40
excited
feet
to see
away.
Thrice.
Yeah, they were.
I fucking loved them.
Tim just dropped the F-bomb for
I
Thrice.
know.
Thanks.
First, Tim.
Getting serious.
We need a beep, beep, beep.
We need you to back up, Tim.
Yeah.
We need you to calm down.
Tim,
You're getting too excited over here, man.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars. Let's keep it Star Wars.
All right. Speaking of that, what's
Lewis, you old smoothie. What do you got for us next?
All right. Let's see. My turn. Okay.
You having trouble? You wrote that question.
I know, right? For real. So, Danii, I have a preface here. Here at the Force Choke Podcast, we're 5 regular fans. 5 regular fans. Not professionals, 5 regular fans. Talking all things Star Wars. And we accept any and all levels of Star Wars fandom with open arms, right? So the next question I have for you might seem a little controversial, right?
Ruh-roh.
But we just want to know and hear the story behind this. So there's irrefutable evidence that you've actually never seen the original Star Wars trilogy. How could this have possibly happened?
I mean, it's not like I don't want to see them.
It's treason then.
What? So I got into Star Wars, like really got into it in college, at the beginning of college. So 2011, 2012. And so our campus had a media library where you could rent movies. Every time I tried to rent a movie, it was never there. And I was broke in college. I couldn't buy it. And none of my friends had it. So I just, after that point, I just kind of just didn't watch it. I mean, I still want to. But I mean, I guess since I'm more of an adult, just go ahead and British Street. And I just haven't.
That's how I feel about Bohemian Rhapsody. Eventually, I get around to that movie. I was Redbox, Bohemian Rhapsody is right here. I can rent it. I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while.
Dude, I keep on pushing you to see that, loser. Anyway.
So does anybody have an extra copy of the trilogy of Star Wars to lend to Danii?
Yeah, if we need to do that, I have the Blu-ray.
I will. Copy.
We will DM you
I have the individual
with an address.
Oh, I see.
To send it to you.
I see on the chat. AC Cosplay, was that? You know who that is? He said next. I'm so going to have to bring that over one day.
Oh, there you go.
Today. Do it, bud.
Right now.
Right now.
Somebody help our girl out here.
And get back to us. Worst case scenario, I will ship my Blu-rays if I have to.
Yeah.
It must be shared.
It really gives more depth.
So does that mean you started? I don't think we have that question lined up then. So what was your first one? Did you see the prequels first, or is it episode 7 and on? It's okay.
Yeah, the prequels first.
Okay. Hey, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's
little baby Anakin.
Yes.
Poor Jake Lloyd.
I destroyed him.
Now this is pod racing.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I have to hold that dear in my heart because that was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
It's the best lines in that movie.
For real.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you sharing that story. And like I said, Danii, we are 5 uppercase regular fans that talk all things Star Wars, and we take all what levels of Star Wars fandom, because we've had some guests on here that they have a lot of Star Wars knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people that haven't seen all the movies, Danii included. So what we are looking for, and we appreciate you coming on again, is people that have a passion for it and love to talk about it. And that's how this podcast started. You know what I mean? So who's got the next question?
Again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You take 10.
So can you share with us any projects you have coming up? I think it's important to have this. Didn't you already mention that?
What?
You have any project? Well, let's just ask again just to be sure. Danii, do you have, or can you share with us any projects you have coming up or cosplays you would like to do, or that you have in the mind for the future? Maybe something you haven't done yet?
Yeah. So currently I'm working on a new lead skin. Sorry, my dog's yelling at me. A new KDA skin for a colony from League of Legends that I'm hoping to get done by June. I mean, hopefully it happens, but I'm really bad and procrastinating. But yeah, there's also other ones that I have planned to try and get that one done, but those are gonna be more surprise for re-debuting.
Oh, cool.
Legends. What is that?
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a super toxic video
yeah.
game online.
So it's that game that I was saying the other day. They did this World Championship gaming.
Oh, you were talking about
like
that.
it had 200 million viewers. Like that's twice as much as the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Lewis,
Okay.
you don't know about this?
Mm-mm.
I guess Tim is a real gamer here.
Well, right now,
Right now.
yeah, right now he is. I will relinquish that title
Until
until
PS5 comes
PS5 comes out.
okay,
Oh,
that's like,
then
hey, when are you gonna do the dishes? Tomorrow.
Right
Tomorrow comes
when
around.
it comes out,
Tomorrow the fantasy.
Tim's gonna
land.
be like, man. He goes, I put in eight hours on this game. I was like, Tim, dude, I already put 24 hours in.
It's already nonstop.
So,
Yeah. All right.
Toxicity here.
uh-huh.
Oh my.
I was waiting. Please, someone six systems down.
All right, Daddy.
Okay, Sarah.
So our
Or-
team has a love for Star Wars characters and the universe they inhabit. So we all have our favorites. So we'd like to know which Star Wars character or characters do you most relate to identify with the most? Like when you see your character on screen, you say, "That's so me." So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's sorry, but it's Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Like, he has like all the feels inside, and he's so
Teenage angst
complicated.
again.
And like, does he really want to do things, or does he do things? I'm just like, oh, Kylo Ren. Yes.
So you can, what's cool about Kylo Ren's character, I was actually rewatching The Last Jedi
I like how emo he is.
Me too.
last night. I was watching, it's okay. I was watching it and he does not have a lot of vocal lines. A lot of his character comes across in his emotionally in his face and his body language shows a lot of that. And the way that you were kind of like your fists were out and kind of pumping, it's like you can really feel that emotion coming from that character. That sometimes it's confusion. It might be, am I angry? Do I want to do this? Which I can see how you would really love that character, and if it does relate to you that way, why you're like, wow, I really love this character. I could see that. I think Izzy has the same. Right, at work, I see you, and sometimes you're just like, no. So very good, very
Is
good.
it so much teen angst as much as it's like, I'm the lion of the jungle. I'm the most powerful motherfucker here. I need to show people what I can do and like
No, that's
keep them in their place.
That's Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I think only we get that.
Danny, I want to apologize.
Yeah, that's why.
These
That's
two
anger. That's so great at
nutbags
it.
over here. I was trying to bring a Star Wars question, but sure, let's talk about some bullshit 80s wrestling.
Okay. Rewind.
Oh, you can't rewind it. That's
Yeah.
It's on the internet. It's on the internet now. You never come off.
We'll never
You're
leave.
screwed.
No,
Well, do we have any more questions? Sir?
it's just this.
Oh,
Is he?
So we got about 20 minutes. About 20
We
minutes.
can do a couple ad
Well,
libs.
we started later too.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't hear a ring though, don't we?
I don't know if we're gonna. Do you want to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Danny, I was curious just to kind of touch base on one of the questions, or piggybacking off of one of the questions that Micah had.
Oh wow, you gave me some respect, Father.
Yeah, you earned a little bit of respect today. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go check off
But
a
I'm
bridge.
curious.
Jesus.
Are you more of a, let's say that one had to be destroyed forever?
What?
Which would you save? The prequels
Oh, okay.
or the sequels?
That's a rough question, dude.
Is this a question I have to answer?
No, you don't have to answer.
Why don't we do this?
The originals.
Well, we'll do this. Hopefully, we can have you back on in the future. And once the sequels are done, you can answer then.
Wait. Did you say prequels or sequels, or did you say prequels?
Prequels or sequels? No, sequels. So
Prequels or sequels?
So it's gonna be 1 through 3 and 7.
I won't answer that question. I'll say like third option, destroy me instead. I could never pick one over the other.
I'm not asking.
I'm trying to understand with our guests.
Yeah.
Like you're asking an impossible question. It's bullshit.
It's a bullshit question.
I want to hear that shit again.
Well, I'll ask that again at a future date, hopefully. It's a tough question. I'm just so let me put it. Let me not make it so severe. Would you call yourself a prequel girl or a sequel girl?
That's fine.
From the 5 that I've seen,
Yes,
I would say the sequels.
all right. So there you go. That's not as rough as
I'll allow it.
one being destroyed.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So we were wondering, Danny, if
The prequels are dead.
we were wondering if you'd hang out with us for just a little bit longer. We got about 15 minutes or so before our podcast is over. We'd like to know if you wouldn't mind doing a couple of Star Wars Mad Libs with us.
Let's double say.
All right. So Tim, you want to pick one out, or Izzy want to pick one out?
I don't want to do it because last time I couldn't even read it.
Yeah, I
There's so
can't
many.
really read.
I couldn't even freaking read. I was like,
Oh God.
because like as I'm reading it, I'm reading like the next sentence as well, and I'm just like, that's some funny shit.
That's some funny shit.
That's exactly how I said it in my head too. No. Yes. What?
I like this one.
All right.
Oh, you need a pen?
I like how she said
Let me get you
like
a
I like this one, and you take it from her.
No, I handed it to him.
Disrespect.
He
is
can read.
real.
I can't.
Oh, we did this one.
So how would you know
Yeah,
you
we've
like it?
done we've done some of them already. But she has.
Yeah, but not all of them.
Well,
Really?
this one's perfect for her. She's seen the prequels, Piloting a Pod
Oh,
Racer
that one.
by young Annie.
Yeah, that one.
No,
Annie, are you okay?
that's not my pet.
Let's just let her choose. We'll read them out.
Okay.
And she can choose. All right. These are some of the titles of the Mad Libs. We'll have you choose before we.
And
roll
you get to
with this.
choose your destroyer.
All right. So
Choose.
first Mad Lib is
Ghostbusters, my bad.
How to Use a Lightsaber by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I've done that.
The next one is Wanted, Darth Maul. We also have Star Wars. I'm sorry, we have Rebel Princess.
We've done that one.
We have, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Meet BB-8.
Yeah, because you said something about pink destroyers or something goofy.
pink ray gun.
How to Become a Jedi Knight.
Like my father before me.
The Power of the Force.
No, that's one he has right there.
Saw's Ventress.
Oh,
Guide
those
to
are two.
Lightsaber Dueling. Piloting a Pod Racer by young Anakin Skywalker. The Ewoks of Endor. And that's it.
So you want her to?
So Ewoks,
She's gonna pick a title.
Power of the Force,
Oh, she's gonna pick one.
Pod Racing, BB-8, Darth Maul, Saw's Ventress, Becoming a Jedi Knight, How to Use a Lightsaber.
How to use the lightsaber.
Oh,
All right,
that's
that's-
what I
that's
picked. That's what I
Okay.
picked.
We should have just gone with what
We'll
you
go with
picked.
that, all right.
What's my rating? Like PG 13?
No.
Whatever you want. Whatever.
As soon as I get put on a video, it's automatically parental advisory. So just
Yeah.
Go to
So
town.
however you want to answer, right? We
Yeah.
don't have-
however. Yeah.
However, yeah.
Sorry, I'm a disturbed person.
So let's start off. The first is we need a plural noun.
That's a person, place, or thing. Oh, God.
Yeah. Or idea. Yeah, it's an idea.
Or object, right?
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers.
Love it.
Is the next one a place?
The next one we need
Paradise?
a verb.
A verb.
Yes.
Singing.
Okay.
Should
Plural noun, please.
I don't have that, but I saw what you posted, or he posted.
Another plural noun.
J.J. Abrams just tweeted about finishing.
Whoa.
Another one.
Plural noun. French fries.
Let her choose, Timmy.
I'm just playing. Just go with the cheeseburger, man. Is it
What's the difference between a pronoun and a noun? Pronouns like.
So noun is going to be it's a person, place, or thing. Thing being like an object or whatever, or an idea.
Okay.
You need a plural now.
But it would have to be plural. So plural would be more than one of those.
So it just needs to end in S.
Or IES.
Okay.
Or ES.
Yeah.
You're doing Mad Libs.
Sabers.
How to use a lightsaber.
What did you say?
by
Sabers?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sabers.
Okay. Now, do you want to read this, Liz? Just real quick?
Oh, okay. Did something come in?
And just real quick, I'd tell you what, Tim, ask her the next one. Allow her to think about it.
Huh?
Well, J.J. Abrams, real quickly, he just tweeted, "It feels impossible, but today we wrapped photography on episode 9. There is no adequate way to thank this magical crew and cast. I'm forever indebted to you all." And then it shows a picture.
Ray,
Is that-
Poe, and Finn.
Oh, no, I was just trying to figure out. It looks like if that was from the first series, but not the way his hair is.
Why is he crying? Is he crying?
That's, yeah.
Who's crying?
Poe.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, he looks so sad. Is he okay?
So,
Does he need a hug? I'll hug him.
so they wrapped up photography on episode 9, so they're getting close to some stuff. So, yeah, good there.
awesome.
Nice.
There's a bunch of plural nouns in here, so we're gonna need another plural noun.
So,
Another pronoun.
Yes. Hey, no reading.
Why?
No.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh,
Shit, dude. God damn.
Doggos.
Dogs?
Tacos.
Tacos?
Tacos, food.
Or doggo?
Comida, senor.
Kind of tacos.
Fish tacos.
All right. Another plural noun.
So many.
Yeah, see, I know there's so many in this one.
Lightnings.
lightnings.
So, what? Okay, lightnings, I guess. Is there a word for that?
I don't know.
Lightning bolts.
Bolts. There you go.
A bolt, right?
Can you read your own handwriting, Tim? He just.
All right, a noun. Going for a noun now.
Singular.
So one, yeah, so just one. Not plural.
Your mama's ass.
Okay.
So person, place, thing.
A lamp.
Okay.
I love that.
How can you're just pointing at things and telling them you love them. And now we need an adjectives. So an adjective is what you use to describe something.
I just described it.
Dark.
Dark.
Okay.
And now we need a plural noun again.
Another one.
Pets.
Pets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't reading.
Stop
Just
it.
quickly. I was watching you write.
Okay, so all right. Now we're gonna need 3 different nouns.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, who picked this one again?
I
Ice cream.
Okay.
Ice cream.
Are you hungry?
I know.
It is time for lunch, right?
She saw this cookie. Sorry.
TV
Okay.
and a house.
House. Dr. House.
Doctor Who.
Dr. House.
Doctor
Who.
Dr.
Dr.
Fate.
House.
Doctor Who.
Dr. Gregory
I was
House.
talking about.
I'm aware of
Okay.
what you're saying.
Uh,
And I was reverting it.
okay. We need a verb ending in ing.
Stabbing.
Stabbing.
Okay.
Stab yourself in the hot tin.
Another noun.
You're testing your patience. Stop asking about nouns, Tim.
It's
A tree.
tree. A verb and an adverb.
Punch. And what's an adverb?
What's the adverb, Tim?
Describe a verb, right?
Vigorous, like
Wow, that was a really vigorous word.
it is. Yeah, it is.
I think it's like
A description of your verb.
it's a
like,
descriptor of it. Yeah.
Ostentatious?
Kind of like if I said I'm going to kick Tim, and then I said
yeah, so that's why I threw in vigorous. for
I'm
the
going to
punch.
vigorously kick
Yeah.
Tim. He's like
I would think you'd be doing it joyfully, right?
Or
that would be my adverb. I'm sorry, what?
Is that
I missed it.
Use that.
everything else?
just use it. Which one am I using, Mike? What'd you have?
Get a suggestion.
What did you say yours was?
He said joyful.
Joyful.
Joyfully?
Yeah, I'll go joyful. Joyfully.
Okay.
And then one last noun.
A knife.
Oh,
Sorry.
someone's getting stabbed joyfully with a knife.
All right, so get the Mad Lib complete. Michael will do the
I
reading.
told you I'm not doing the reading because I won't even be able to say it all the way.
Okay,
So
Lewis?
Huh?
I mean, someone to do the reading because I wrote it, so I already know what's going to happen.
Okay.
That's
we'll
fair.
have Izzy do it.
You want me to read? The
Yes.
one who can't read.
You can
Give
read.
the camera to Tim, and then
Want me to
you read it.
Okay. There you go.
Delegating.
All right.
Bitch.
So, this is Star Wars Mad Libs, How to Use a Lightsaber by Obi-Wan Kenobi and Danii. Right. As a Jedi Master, I've taught some of the most talented cheeseburgers in the galaxy how to sing with a lightsaber. Here are some tips for you. The most important thing to remember when you're wielding one of these precise sabers is to trust your tacos. This way, you'll be able to sense your enemy's bolts before it's too late. A lightsaber is not only for use in Jedi to... What is this?
Lamp.
Okay, so a lightsaber is not only for use in Jedi to lamp combat. It also comes in handy if you find yourself in a dark spot.
Ooh, that was so good.
For example, it can burn through metal pets.
Oh, shit.
A convenient trick to have up your ice cream if the Empire detains you in a holding TV. While a lightsaber is a beautiful house, be careful if you see someone stabbing with a red one.
Dark side.
This tree works for the dark side. Finally, the most important part of learning how to punch with a lightsaber. Whenever you're in a battle, fight joyfully. May the knife be with you always. There you go. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So that was Star Wars Mad Libs with our guest Danii and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, well, we're right about 2:00 right now, and I think we're gonna have Izzy said she was gonna do our wrap up. But before we wrap up,
I like the metal pits, man. That's pretty bad.
that was pretty bad.
Well, when you said that, I thought you were saying metal pecs. I'm like, whoa.
Tim, you wanna bring the cookies over one more time so we can give them a shout out? Tim, if you'll do the shout out for us real quick.
Shout out once again thank you for the Bakesmith for providing us with the Star Wars cookies. Again, you can find them on Instagram and Facebook at the Bakesmith CC. Again, their phone number is 361-500-2348. And there's their information right there.
Oh my goodness.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Cookies.
So thank you, Bakesmith.
I want to see our logo again real quick. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Look at that cookie.
Look at it.
We can be chowing down, I think you said.
Yeah. All right. So
Not me. Okay, so big thank you to Danii for joining us today.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. And this was episode 43. This is episode 43 of the Force Choke podcast. We are the council. See you never. Just kidding. See you next time.
very nice.
Thank you, Danii. We appreciate your time.